Good morning. So, how how are you going to find your next job? If you are in the job market, if you are thinking of joining the job market, how are you going to find your next job? For most people, that will be they will polish up a CV, uh, they will apply online to various roles that they find on sites like LinkedIn or on various job boards. They may have their favorite job board like JobServe or job site if that's still around. It's or Total Jobs or whatever. Um, so is that the market though? That's the active job market. That's the job market that most people actively chase. However, there is a whole market beyond that. Something like 70% of the jobs that are filled today are not filled through that active job market. Um, and there's various reasons for that. And I've no doubt that you may have experience of that yourself, even though you maybe don't know about it. So somebody's come to you with a job opportunity, and you've gone through for an interview and got the job. Um, that was a job on the passive job market because it chances are wasn't advertised, and even if it wasn't advertised, even if it was advertised, the way you got it wasn't through that advertisement. You were selected out through some mechanism. uh, Maybe that was the recruiter had come across your profile, been doing a bit of a search on LinkedIn, and knocked on your door. Um, that's part of the passive job market. The fact that you've put a little green thing around your profile now to say that you're actively looking for a job uh, does help. It helps recruiters, shall we say, who want to get positive response from their messaging, but it's actually not necessary. But so getting to the cutting to the chase here, there is a market there that's a passive job market. It's where people can get roles that are not advertised or get into roles not through advertisement. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about exploiting that for your own ends. You see, 80% of people that are looking for a job are going down the road of the active job market. And if only 30% of jobs are going to get filled that way, and it depends, I actually think it's probably closer to about what is it, 85%, even 80% of jobs that get filled that way. Um, then you're up against a hell of a lot of competition. You're up against a lot of people that are chasing the same jobs. And as I've frequently mentioned on here, that a lot of the jobs that you come across on the active job market, well, they're being advertised by multiple sources. They're not just you might see a job for a solution architect, or you search for a job for a solution architect, and 60 come up. Chances are there's only probably about 15 or 20 jobs in total, if not less, because of the multiple advertising. They're getting advertised through the company on multiple sites. They're getting advertised through recruiters on multiple sites. And they're also being picked up by other recruiters that are not part of the search process in the hope of finding an opportunity. So it's called ad chasing. So that's the active market. The passive market then is 70% of the jobs, but there's only probably 20 to 30% of people that are actually going to get jobs through it. Or should I say, know about it and how to get jobs through it. Many of those people will have picked up on the idea that you have to stay in touch with people and create a network, I should say, of contacts, and keep yourself active in that network. And then when opportunities present themselves through that network, you're in a prime position to take it. That's one particular strategy, and it's something that I teach how to do that. But um, another strategy is to, well, it's not a strategy. Another way that it happens is that people who are looking on the looking for people to fill their jobs. So the hiring managers, they will no doubt go through their network of contacts and ask who's known, who can do this. So they tap into their network, and they explore opportunities, or they explore potential candidates through that network, through their own network. Other ways are through headhunting, but the way that you can actually exploit this is the fact that if a hiring manager comes across a candidate that will fit his role, he's not going to turn him down. Um, I'd go further than that, and I would say that if a potential hiring manager comes across a potential candidate that they might want to hire in the future, they're going to want to speak to them. They're going to want to get to know them a little bit, and they're going to want to um, proactively fill their future roles. And that's again a something that I used to do or work with clients quite extensively about. I used to call it market watch, but basically it was proactively looking at people for the future so that the organization was ready to move. Both the candidate and the organization were ready to move as and when opportunities presented themselves. The from your perspective, this is just a reach out program. This is just about how to exploit the fact that that people will want to get to know you if you are potentially going to solve them a problem, solve one of their problems. They're going to want to know about you. They're going to, and if there is an active job or likely to be an active job in the near future, they're almost certainly going to want to meet up with you and effectively have a preparatory interview before that job becomes live. And then when that job becomes live, and if it's live today, then they will move ahead. They may want to speak to other people because for some reason they they never believe that what's in front of them is good enough. They always want to have they always want to have spoken to two or three people just to validate their first assertion that they've found the right candidate. And quite often they lose that right candidate because that candidate gets in demand. But from your perspective, you're looking at multiple opportunities in this way. You're not just looking at one individual organization. You're going to want to put yourself around several organizations that you're interested in. You're going to want to talk to hiring managers that you're interested in talking to. And you can build up this network, as it were, through proactive um, uh, interaction with these people. And if you are in need of a job now, you simply do more of it, so that the chances are you're going to create the um, opportunity, or you're going to find the opportunity, I should say, that's active and open today. And as I say, nobody's going to turn you away if you will solve their problem, if you've got what it takes or what they need in their organization, whatever that might be. And it's as simple as that. It isn't a complicated thing at all. There are tricks to it, of course. There are mechanisms which you can use. Um, and I've spoken about having a nice shiny CV, but it's not just about having a shiny CV, because you're not going to go for these jobs with your CV, but you are going to go for them with a value proposition. You are going to tell them why you are somebody that they want to talk to. And that's effectively how you exploit the passive job market for yourself. Most people don't do it. So many people think they shouldn't do it. I don't know why, but they do. And so many people think that if they were to do it, it's actually going to spoil their chances because HR don't like it, do they? Well, frankly, who cares what HR think? Certainly the hiring managers don't. They may have to follow certain rules, particularly when it comes to using recruiters, but when it comes to moving forward with a candidate that they want, they're in control, not HR. If they want the candidate, they will get that candidate on board in their team because that is what they need. And HR won't stand in their way. Also, there's a big saving of money for the organization to do it that way. If they can find candidates without having to spend money on recruiters, without hiring headhunters, without paying for advertisement, without having to spend an awful lot of time in a fruitless search, because for them it can be just as fruitless as it is for you when you're in that active market. They're being inundated with garbage a lot of the time, and sifting out the gems from that garbage is a difficult thing for them. So if you are their solution, they're going to welcome you with open arms. So there is no, you know, is that 100% true? No, it's not. There are certain organizations, government, for example, that are obliged to go through an active job search process. They have to show that they have been compliant to certain rules and regulations. But even them, they will go through that, but still put in the candidates that they prefer, uh, provided they've gone through the process and proven that they have selected the best candidate for the role. Uh, and the chances are that somebody like you is going to be one of the best candidates for the role. Um, this is also a numbers game, as with anything in any form of sales, and recruitment is sales. Don't ever think otherwise. You are selling yourself. The company is selling their job. And you have to have numbers to sell effectively. If you don't have the numbers, you won't create the opportunities. You won't find the opportunities. And you can still come second in an interview. You might have cut down the competition, but there will still be competition. So you need to do a lot of this, or a fair amount of this, to make it work for you. So I've gone through this morning, in around about 10 to 15 minutes, what I teach in my online course, The Hidden Jobs, Strategies for Success, in about an hour and a half. So you can see from that there's a whole lot more to it. I may have given you some ideas that you can pick up on, and if you can, go for it. However, if you want to know more about how to create those strategies that are going to lead to your success, how you understand why that market exists in the first place, how to actually exploit that market, and what you need to do to get into the hiring manager's vision, as it were, then that course is ideal, and it's perfect, and it's made just for you. And there's a link to it here, and in the description to this video, whatever platform you're watching it on, this link is there as well. Discover the passive job market. It's there for you, to help you get at the jobs that you really want today, rather than the jobs that are left behind. It's for you to um, get paid the salary that you really deserve, rather than the one that's left on offer. The active job market is so often just the scraps from the table, as others have gone before you. So go for the passive job market. Look at how you can exploit that for your own benefit and start taking control of your career. This is James Foster. This is a career mastery revolution.